Hello and welcome to this quick video about this new product from XTAR. Now, those of you that have been watching the channel for a bit will know that I actually like the XTAR stuff. I use a lot of their AA and AAA rechargeable batteries in things. I haven't bought an alkaline non-rechargeable battery for well over a year at this point, and I'm loving the fact that these things just work so well. There is only one drawback, of course, that everyone talks about, and I'll mention it while we're here. They do output a little bit of radio frequency noise. However, in all the mics that I put them in, all the cameras, all the radio control equipment that I'm using here, not getting an issue. But if you're using AM radio, you might. However, there's another kind of battery that we tend to get involved with a lot here in the hobby, 18650s. We also have little dinky short versions. These are lithium ion batteries. And I've had a couple of charges in over the last 3-4 years really, because I like to have at least one spare set of batteries in the bag for whichever radio I've got. So if I'm at the field and the radio is starting to get low, I don't like pushing it and flying. I'd rather swap the batteries out. Now, this is the charger that I've been using until now. Mains powered. I think it does also take a DC input. Spring-loaded contacts, very basic, but it's been fine. And I have been waiting for somebody to bring out a much more sophisticated charger that will do what this does, but do other stuff too. XTAR have obviously been thinking along the same lines, and I have got myself one of these. This is a VX2 Pro charger. This is the way it comes. It's available with and without the wall wart and the other things, but this is what it looks like. So it comes with a wall charger and a cable, and then in this nice little bag, this is actually the version from XTAR. Big main difference here, first of all, is it's USB powered, so we can actually power it up from a USB supply at the field, which is incredibly handy. You have the screen at the front. USB powered PD 20 watt is really what you're going to need for that. Independent channels, again, it has the spring-loaded contacts. It has cell detection. So if we plug a cell in, it'll automatically detect it and start the charging. We can choose what we want to happen, and we can also choose the current that's going to be charged at. It goes from 3 to 2 to 1 amp. Pressing the button again will take it down again, half an amp, and then down to 1/4 of an amp. We'll keep it. I like charging these things at 1 amp. I don't like absolutely mullering them. Does have internal resistance measurement. At the moment, it's telling me the cell here is 226. This is why we don't use lithium ion in high current devices. Lots of charge modes. So at the moment, it's on charge. By holding and pressing this, it'll go to discharge. Then it will go on to refresh. Then it will be grade, and then it will finally be store. I'm going to keep it on charge for now, and it can continue charging the cell. 3 stages of lithium ion charging. Some smart tech in here for charging nickel hydride as well, if you want to put those in. The really cool thing is that not only will it charge things like that, if I put in one of the standard cells from these guys, it'll actually work out it's lithium ion 1.5 volts, and it'll actually start to charge that as well. So that is now charging one of their standard cells, so I can kind of charge independently. Lots of intelligent safety features you'd expect in this kind of thing. Overcurrent, overcharge, overvoltage, short circuit, reverse polarity, and soft start. Supports lithium ion cells, as you've seen. Also the 1.5 volt lithiums from these guys, which is handy. It means that I can plug this into the USB port of the charger or something else at the field and throw whichever of these kind of round cylindrical batteries in that I've got, including nickel hydride, although to be fair, I don't use those anymore, and it can charge alongside all the other LiPos that I'm flying with. Charge mode does exactly what you set on the tin. Grade mode is there to test the battery's actual capacity. So if you get a battery and it says it's one particular milliamp rating, you can actually test that that's the case. That is incredibly useful. Next one then is store. It gets them down to a voltage where you can put them away. Then you have refresh, which is there to bring back old unhappy nickel metal hydride, and you've also got a storage as well. So this has now replaced this old-fashioned one. This is probably going to go in the bin. This will have a piece of Velcro on the back and go on the inside of my charging door, along with all the other things that are there to dump in the pack when I go to the field. Like the fact that we have the ability to read the internal resistance of the cell, like the fact we have lots of different features and functions in terms of the charging, storage, conditioning and other things as well. And I like the fact that no matter what kind of cell I've got, if it isn't a LiPo battery, I can just, from the USB output, as long as it's PD 20 watt ideally or more, I can just plug it into the regular LiPo charger that I've got at the field, and I can take care of all these batteries at the same time. Thank you for watching my video. Check out the playlist, and adding Pedantry 60 to your search terms will help you find my content. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. You can support the time I spend here answering questions and helping others by using the links in the video description.